In the elegant hall of the Golden Crown restaurant, a billionaire celebrated his son's birthday. But amidst the glamour and luxury, the boy sat alone, his eyes filled with a quiet sadness that no amount of money could cure. Then, a simple waitress with worn-out hands and a modest dress did something no one expected. She knelt beside him and whispered a question that would change all of their lives forever. The restaurant was a symphony of crystal and snow-white tablecloths. Anna Sokolova, a 42-year-old waitress with kind eyes, had worked there for 8 years. Her hands were tired from hard work, but her soul was richer than any of the jewels worn by the guests she served. That evening, the restaurant hosted a very special event. Vladimir Volkov, a famous billionaire, was celebrating the 12th birthday of his only son, Alyosha. The boy was a special child, born with a condition that affected his legs. He could only move with the help of crutches. His father adored him and gave him the very best of everything, except the one thing he couldn't buy: a cure for his son's loneliness. As the guests arrived, powerful business partners, celebrities, and politicians, Alyosha felt lost in the crowd. Anna, while serving, noticed how he sat apart, watching the adults dance, a quiet sigh escaping his lips. In his eyes, she saw what only a mother's heart can understand: loneliness in the middle of a celebration. When a slow melody began and couples filled the dance floor, Alyosha lowered his head. Anna couldn't bear to see it. She set down her tray and walked slowly toward the boy. "Alyosha," she said softly, kneeling beside his chair, "won't you dance with me?" The boy looked at her, his eyes wide with surprise. "But can't dance. My legs hurt." Anna smiled warmly, her gaze full of pure kindness. "Who said dancing's only done with your legs? You can dance with your heart and your soul. And you, my dear, have a beautiful soul. I can see it." She held out her hand. After a moment's hesitation, Alyosha took it. Anna gently helped him to his feet, and supporting him began to move slowly to the rhythm of the music. They didn't cross the dance floor or perform complicated steps. They simply swayed to the melody. A simple waitress and a boy on crutches, lost in their own tender, heartfelt dance. For the first time in his life, the boy felt that he, too, could dance. Gradually, the chatter in the hall faded. All eyes turned to the unusual pair. The room fell silent, broken only by the soft music. A simple act of kindness was transforming a room full of powerful people. Do you believe that compassion is the most beautiful language in the world? Let us know with a yes in the comments. Vladimir, the boy's father, stood by a column watching his son. Over the years, he had seen many things, but this moment touched him to his core. His usually serious son was smiling, a radiant, joyful smile he hadn't seen in so long. When the music ended, the hall erupted in applause. But Alyosha only looked at Anna. "Thank you," he whispered. "That was the best dance of my life." "And mine too, sunshine," she replied, gently stroking his hair. After the celebration, Vladimir asked Anna to stay. They sat at a table in the now empty hall. "What you did for my son today," he began quietly, "is priceless. For years, I've tried to make him happy with expensive toys and the best doctors. In just a few minutes, you gave him something I never could. You made him feel like a normal child." Anna lowered her eyes modestly. "I just couldn't bear to see him sad." "I have a daughter myself," she said softly. "Tell me about her," Vladimir asked. Anna spoke of her daughter Katya, whom she was raising alone. She spoke of Katya's dream to become a doctor and how difficult it would be to afford her education. She spoke simply, without complaint. Vladimir listened and realized he was in the presence of a truly rare soul. "Anna," he said at last, his voice filled with sincere emotion, "I want to offer you a job. Alyosha needs a friend, someone who understands his heart. Be his companion. And in return, I will ensure your daughter has everything she needs to study at the best medical university." Anna couldn't believe her ears. "But why? I only showed a little kindness." "Exactly," Vladimir replied. "And that is the rarest and most precious thing in our time." A month later, Anna's life had changed. She moved into a beautiful apartment provided by Vladimir, and Katya began her studies. But more importantly, Anna became a true friend to Alyosha. They read books, walked in the park, and talked for hours. The boy blossomed beside this kind woman who saw not a disabled child but simply a wonderful boy with a beautiful soul. Years passed. Katya became a successful doctor. Alyosha grew up to help his father in business, his spirit whole and strong. And Anna remained the dearest person in both their lives, a testament to the fact that money can buy many things, but it can never buy genuine love and care. If this story touched your heart, support us with a like and share it to spread this message of compassion. And to continue hearing stories that inspire the soul, subscribe and join our family.